Assalamualaikum class. In this video we are going to start exercise 2.5 derivatives of trigonometric functions. These derivatives are derived by definition by and using the trigonometric identities, but we are not going to deal that how these are derived, but we are just going to use these derivatives. For example, the derivative of sin x is cos x, derivative of secant x is secant x tan x, and the derivative of tan x is secant square x. Now you can check that the derivative of the trigonometric function starting with the alphabet C are with the negative signs, that derivative of cos x is minus sin x, derivative of cosecant x is minus cosecant x cot x, and the derivative of cot x is minus cosecant square x. There is a similarity between these the derivatives as well, that the derivative of sin x is cos x and the derivative of cos x is sin x, but minus with the negative sign. Then the derivative of cosecant x is minus cosecant cot x, and the derivative of secant x is secant x tan x, and the derivative of tan x is secant square x, while the derivative of cot x is minus cosecant square x. For example, we have question number 6 from the exercise. We have to find out the derivative while the function is given to be sin x over x square plus sin x. Clearly we have to apply quotient rule over here. So the derivative of numerator, which is cos x, denominator as it is minus numerator as it is derivative of denominator. So the derivative of x square is 2x and the derivative of sin x is cos x, and whole divided by the square of the denominator. So we are just going to simplify it. X square cos x plus cos x sin x minus 2x sin x minus sin x cos x. So this negative and positive will be cancelled out, and here is the answer for this. Next we have question number 8. F of x is equal to x square plus 1 into secant x. Again there is a product of a function, so we have to apply product rule over here. So the derivative of first function is 2x and secant x as it is, plus derivative of second function or the secant x, which is secant x tan x, and the first function as it is. So here is the final answer for this. You do not need to simplify it further. So next we have question number 12. F of x is equal to cosecant x cot x. Again we are going to apply the product rule over here. So at first the derivative of cosecant x, which is minus cosecant x cot x, and cot x as it is, plus cosecant x as it is, derivative of cot x is minus cosecant square x, and on simplifying we get minus cosecant cot square x minus cosecant cube x. Next we have question number 16. F of x is equal to secant square x minus tan square x. Now we know that 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x, so we can apply the value over here. So secant square minus tan square will be equal to 1. So f of x is equal to 1, and its derivative is going to be 0. If you do not need to use the identity over here, you can apply the simple power rule as well, but for that you must know what is the chain rule. That is going to be discussed in exercise 2.6. So next we have to find out the double derivative with respect to x. So here we have question number 20. Y is equal to cosecant x. So the first derivative is simple, minus cosecant x cot x, and its second derivative is going to be solved with the help of product rule. So minus as it is derivative of cosecant x, which is minus cosecant x cot x as it is, plus cosecant x as it is, and the derivative of cot x is going to be minus cosecant square x, and here is a simplified form. Next we have question number 21. Y is equal to x sin x minus 3 cos x. So the first derivative is simply we have to apply the product rule over here. So the derivative of x is 1 sin x as it is, plus x as it is derivative of sin x, which is cos x, minus 3 as it is being a constant coefficient, and the derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So on simplifying we get sin x plus x cos x plus 3 sin x. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4 sin x plus x cos x. Now we are going to have the second derivative, and for that we are going to take the derivative of the first derivative. So 4 as it is being a constant multiple, and the derivative of sin x is cos x, plus again we are going to apply the product rule over here. So the derivative of x is 1 cos x as it is, plus x as it is derivative of cos x, which is minus sin x. So here is the final form for this function. Next we have question number 27. Part A. Show that y is equal to x sin x is a solution to the equation. Solution means the left hand side must be equal to the right hand side when we put some answer or some value of the variable in the equation. So the given value is y is equal to x sin x. The equation is y double prime plus y is equal to 2 cos x. So we must know what is the double derivative of y. So the first derivative is solved with the help of product rule over here, and for the second derivative again we have to apply the product rule on the second function. So the derivative derivative of sine x is cos x, and we are going to apply the product rule over here. So here is the double derivative. So when we are going to prove that this is going to be a solution of the given equation, so we will substitute the values in the equation. So the left hand side is y double prime plus y. So we have insert the value of y double prime and we have insert the value of y. So the you can see that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side now. Next we have question number 28. Show that y is equal to a sin x plus b cos x is a solution of the equation y double prime plus y is equal to 0, where a and b are constant obviously. So we are going to find out the double derivative. So the first derivative is a cos x minus b sin x, because the derivative of sin x is cos x and the derivative of cos x is minus sin x, and a and b are the constant multiples, so these are remain the same. So for the double derivative, we have the derivative of a as it is derivative of cos x is minus sin x, minus b as it is derivative of sin x is cos x. So when we have to prove it to be the solution of the given equation, we are going to insert the value, and the left hand side is y double prime plus y, and you can see that these terms will be cancel out and the final answer is equal to 0, which is equal to the right hand side that we have to prove.